Hey there guys, welcome to yet another movie trailer review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at The Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer. So straight up I'm going to say The Amazing Spider-Man, not the Raimi ones, but the 2012 one, was one of my favourite films of that year, and I really enjoy it. So I feel this one's got quite a lot to live up to meet my expectations. But you know what? Initial impression, I think the trailer met my expectations. I'm a huge fan of Garfield's sense of humour, both as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. I think they work really well, and the trailer made me laugh a couple of times. I love seeing him swing around the city. I think he looks much cooler than Maguire did, swinging around the city. Maybe that's just because the CGI's got better, but either way I thought it looked much cooler. I think he looks a lot better as Spider-Man and as Peter Parker, to be fair. So far, watching the trailer, all looks cool. I'm a fan, definitely a fan. So on to the meat of the trailer. What we gain most from the trailer, I thought, was a lot more detail and a lot more information about the character of Electro, who's played by Jamie Foxx, which for me was hugely important, because that was actually the one character that I was most concerned about, seeing some of the earlier teasers and trailers about the film. I mean, Green Goblin, yep, good, fine, know what to expect with him. He does what he says on the tin, really, doesn't he? So, wasn't too concerned about him. He's more than likely going to be the primary antagonist, because he's the Green Goblin and he's so important to the Spider-Man mythology. So, yeah, Green Goblin, not too fussed about. I don't mean that. I'm fussed about him, I like the Green Goblin. I'm not worried about him. I think I know what he's going to be in the film and do in the film, and I think he's going to be a decent villain in the film. Rhino, yeah, he's going to be in it. As far as I'm concerned, he's probably going to be just a sidekick villain to Green Goblin, and hopefully he's going to be there just to showcase how much better Spider-Man's got, beat him up a bit, develop Spider-Man as more of a hero, so that when he goes up against Green Goblin, the beatdown he's inevitably going to get is going to seem all that more potent. Honestly, if it was any other actor than Paul Giamatti, or perhaps I should say if it was a lesser actor than Paul Giamatti playing him, I wouldn't be surprised if he had just been in it for one or two scenes and then not seen again for the entirety of the film. Obviously the fact that it is Paul Giamatti playing him means that he's probably going to have a bit more screen time, which hopefully will mean that he gets a lot of development before he becomes the Rhino. I don't think he's actually going to be the Rhino for all that long, because I think with Electro and the Green Goblin on his hands, Spider-Man's not going to have that much time to take on three villains. So hopefully Paul Giamatti is in it a fair amount as not as Paul Giamatti, but as his character, and not actually in the suit for the entire time. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I don't want him to be in it the whole time and him to just take away from Green Goblin and Electro. So then on to Electro, and immediately when I heard that there was going to be three villains in this film, I started getting horrendous flashbacks and nervous shivers and cold sweats and throwing up in my bathroom. It was horrible. I got all these images of Spider-Man 3 and how they tried to do that and how badly and just unforgivably they did it. And really it wasn't the only thing that ruined the film, but it was certainly one of the main things that ruined the film for me. They tried to do far too much, and it just ended up being three really unimaginative and lame villains. So I thought to myself, why try three again? You know what can happen, you know what happened before, why take the risk? Why would you do that? So yeah, I have to admit, I was concerned that Electro was going to be the villain that was left out, because he's definitely higher tier than Rhino, but he's not quite as high as Green Goblin. So what were they going to do with him? He can't be the main villain, because that's got to be Green Goblin, and he can't be a throwaway villain, because I assume that's going to be Rhino. So is he just going to have some really weird, not quite developed enough, but a little bit of development character, which is just going to detract from the flow of the film and make it really jarring and just disorganised. And then the Super Bowl trailer came along and just smashed it out the... Oh, no, that's baseball, isn't it? Punted it out the field. I freaking can't wait to see more of Electro now. He looks amazing. Not only is Jamie Foxx a really talented actor, but his story in this film looks like it's going to be spectacular and quite heartbreaking, if I'm honest. So we've got this guy who's just a regular guy, no sort of... I mean, he works for Oscorp, but no sort of special powers or reason to dislike him. He's just a regular, nice guy. And Spider-Man saves his life, and he's just so grateful and so thankful, and he doesn't think he's worthy of being saved by Spider-Man. And he looks up to Spider-Man, and he thinks he's amazing and wonderful and perfect. And the thing I love about that is we all want to meet our heroes, and we all want to be like Spider-Man, and we all want to be the person that everyone loves and adores and looks up to and wants to be like. And that's what he is in this film. I think, as Max Dillon, his character in the film, I think he's meant to represent what we're like, and we're just regular people, and we want our heroes to live up to our often unreachable expectations of them. So I think the fact that he falls and becomes Electro is going to be really quite a sad event in the film, and I'm really looking forward to see how they handle his fall. And I'm also quite looking forward to seeing if he gets some form of redemption, because I think he deserves it. I mean, I don't know what he's going to be like in the film. He could be an absolute bastard. But based on the trailer, I think he should get a redemption. And I have to say, I think he probably will. I think he'll be the character that realises his mistake and ends up doing something to save the day, maybe save Spider-Man, or at least do something to die heroically so that he can be the hero and not the nobody that he thinks he is at the beginning of the film. So yeah, I'm pretty damn excited about all the villains so far, actually, but especially Electro. I think he's going to potentially have the most development, and he's the one I'm probably looking forward to seeing the most. That being said, I really do not want him to turn into Sandman from Spider-Man 3, where he's the faux sympathetic character who you're meant to feel sorry for, but you don't really. I mean, I didn't really feel sorry for Sandman. I have to say, in the trailer where I saw Jamie Foxx, I probably felt more sympathy for him in that trailer than I did in the entire film of Spider-Man 3 for Sandman. So, even if they do go that route, it's probably going to be better than Sandman, based on that trailer alone. But I don't want him to just be shoehorned in as the sympathetic character. I want him to have some proper development and be a proper character, not just stuffed in for a sympathy vote. What else did I like in the trailer? Seeing Vulture's wings and Doc Ock's tentacles, that was cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they do anything else with them in the film. On the subject of which, the Sinister Six have been bandied around a lot by people reviewing the trailer and looking at the trailer. Most of them pointing out the wings and the tentacles as evidence that they might be in the film. And I would just like to point out this. Yeah, doors going up to number 6. I really want to see what's behind door number 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All of them. I want to see them all come out at the same time. That would be cool. So what we really got from this trailer, and what really excites me about it, and what makes it such a good trailer, is that it left us with so many questions. I mean, just question after question after question. Why is Norman Osborn dying? He's sat in the bed looking like he's on death's door, and I want to know why. Who's the dude with the hat that walks past Vulture's wings and Doc Ock's tentacles? Because it doesn't look like Norman Osborn. It looks like the guy who the lizard spoke to at the end of the first film. So I want to know who that is. I also want to know if the Rhino is going to be a chump or not, because I think he's going to be. He probably is going to be, but I'm not sure. It's Paul Giamatti. He could have a bigger role than any of us know. There's also the fact that in some of the earlier trailers there's been a few clips of Peter Parker's dad talking about Oscorp, and I want to know what he's been doing with them, because I'm pretty sure in the Ultimate series of Spider-Man comics he's got something to do with the creation of Venom, which Electro Rhino, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Vulture, Venom? How cool would that be? 6 villains might be pushing it a bit. But if you got a hint of him, or a clue, or just a very quick shot of him, that could be very cool. So personally, this trailer really, really excited me, and I cannot wait for it to come out. It's shaping up to be one of my most anticipated films of the year. So what did you guys think of the trailer? Do you think we're going to see more villains than have been shown on screen so far? Do you think Max is going to have a happy ending, or do you think he's going to be a villain through and through and Spidey's going to have to put him down hard? I have to say, some of the fight scenes towards the end of the trailer look like he's going all out and there's not really much humanity left in him. But we'll have to wait and see. What else are you looking forward to from the film? What else did you notice in the trailer that I haven't mentioned? I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to know your opinions on the trailer. So please comment below, and if you like what you saw and you want to see more videos, then as always, like, comment and subscribe, and I will be putting up another video trailer review for Captain America soon, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes on this. Of all the trailers I've seen this year, this is definitely up there. It's probably my favourite one. It's going to be hard to beat. I'll catch you later. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Don't worry, I didn't forget. We all know the best part of the trailer. Here you go.